Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Acá Leo Moreno desde La Bestia, salas de ensayo, radio y demás, aquí en la colonia Condesa de la Ciudad de México, precisamente listos para platicar con David Borenboim, mejor conocido como Solarrio, productor cosmopolita electrónico. Bienvenido, amigo.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. David, you come from a cosmopolitan
Yes.
heritage in a way.
Yes.
Paris, Berlin, etc.,
Yeah.
and all around the world. So, what's the first thing you remember when you were a little kid and you listened to and you said, "Wow, this is my musical awakening. I want to do this with my life."
Well, I grew up in a classical music household, so there was always classical music around. I was exposed to a lot as a very young child, but I think my musical awakening happened when I discovered Genesis and Phil Collins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Genesis and Phil Collins. That's great. I listened, obviously. Congratulations for Late Night Thoughts. 4 tracks, really, really cool.
Thank you, man.
Creative
Thank
and
you.
different electronic production.
Thank you.
Even though with a little bit of hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
Xavier Top Floor.
Yeah.
Why hip hop in your music?
Because I spent most of my career as a hip hop producer. Before I started Solarrio as my own project, I was a producer mostly in the hip hop R&B scene.
So you jumped from the hip hop scene in a way, or
No, I'm still there.
You're still just
I
there?
still produce for other artists. It's just I never felt that I was a rapper myself, even though I work with a lot of rappers. I wanted to make my music a little bit different, but I'm still in the scene. I'm still working with a lot of upcoming artists in LA. So check out my artist. Holland is Xavier Top Floor, Satire, people like that.
Check it out, because in this Late Night Thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
the last EP from Solarrio, we can find different, as I said, creative approaches
Yeah.
to electronic. And the track number 3 has the participation of
Xavier Top Floor, yeah.
He's a long time collaborator. How do you get to
No,
know
this is the first time that we've done a song together. I've produced a lot of songs for him.
Okay.
So we collaborate often, but this is the first time we did something from my project.
And he wrote all the lyrics, of course. You
Oh,
said,
he-
how is the creative process?
No, the creative process was I made the instrumental with my co-producer in Berlin, and we wrote my verse and the chorus, and I was like, this sounds like a song I want to get Xavier on. This feels like the kind of vibe that he would sound good on, because I always wanted to do a song with him, and so I sent it to him. He did his verse, sent it back, and the rest is history.
It's a really cool track, already on my liked songs in Spotify.
Yeah,
Because
it's my favorite song on the project too.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
The whole EP, for sure. But Xavier really does,
Yeah.
takes the song to another place.
Exactly. He's great up and coming artist, rapper from based in LA.
Yeah.
So I would say please check out more of his music as well if you're into that. Yeah.
So that's one artist to check out. Audiencia. For our audience,
Yeah.
we recommend artists. Xavier Top Floor, hip hop, novelty,
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. What about Craig Walker? What was his part on this whole work?
Craig Walker is somebody I met in Berlin. I used to share a studio space with him. He's a great writer, songwriter, performer, musician. Been part of a lot of great projects. He was a frontman for the group Archive for a while.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
He also worked on a song called Fade Out Lines that was very big a couple of years ago. Craig, always fun to work with Craig. We have a lot of good songwriting sessions together. The songs that he co-wrote on this project, he did not actually write the song the way they are. We wrote the songs on the different instrumental, and
Okay.
I always thought, oh, those lyrics are cool. I want to use them again, because the original versions were not that great. But I always felt like the idea was good, and so I rehashed a lot of those concepts and lyrics for this EP.
That is an important thing also, I think, for maybe beginning producers. There's a lot of things that maybe as a producer you listen to the other day, and maybe you say this
Yeah,
is shit,
yeah.
but maybe 1 year later, if you check out the gem box, maybe
Yep,
there's
yep.
gonna be some gems there. if you-
Always.
Yeah, I heard that from other producers. So you do that sometimes.
No, absolutely. My
Yeah,
music, I like
yeah.
to sit and if I write a song today, I'm obviously excited about it because it's a new song. If I'm still excited about it 3 months from now, I know it's a good song and it's worth
Yeah.
doing something. Other songs, I'll be like, I don't like the instrumental. I don't like my melodies or something. But there's something in there that I like, and I'm gonna build something new around that. Whether it's the subject of the song or a melody or whatever. So a lot of the songs go through a lot of changes before they come out.
Yeah, that's beautiful because you can, as you said, rehash other efforts.
Exactly.
Maybe that were done in another moment in time.
Exactly.
But made sense in
No.
another moment.
That's what happened with this
Yeah.
EP. Like I said, like a lot
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
songs, and also I was kind of in between albums, and I felt like these songs didn't really fit onto the album I'm working on, but they fit as a project of their own together, and it's kind of like in between albums.
That's great. So the voices, the vocals,
Mm-hmm.
we hear not on the Xavier, of course, track. On the other ones, is your voice.
Yeah, that's me.
Is your voice written together
Yeah.
with Craig in collaboration, or the vocals you wrote all the vocals.
All the lyrics we write with
the
Craig.
lyrics.
Yeah, it depends. I think on this EP, 3 of the 4 songs I wrote with Craig, and the one with Xavier I wrote myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late night thoughts.
Yeah.
I think you've been having these thoughts late night for a lot of years.
Yes, absolutely.
Because producers,
Yes,
I know.
we live at night.
Your way of life, your
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah.
So why now, after your previous work,
Mm.
this late night thoughts now? What drove you?
I think it's because the last album was about kind of like looking for love in all the wrong
Yeah.
places. and this EP was kind of like coming to the terms with it that you didn't find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And all these thoughts you have. And this next album is called Toxicology, and it's about going back to your toxic ways and analyzing toxic behavior. Why are we attracted to toxic people? Why are we attracted to toxic behavior? And
That's great. There's a whole narrative. First, you said previous album, it's about the wrong ways to approach to love in a way.
Exactly.
Then you have your late night thoughts.
Yeah.
And then you come to the catharsis with your next work, your toxicology.
I don't know if toxicology is the catharsis, but I think
No,
I will need the catharsis from this project.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta learn. We all gotta learn. This.
Yeah, because being toxic is not healthy for you,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
So
But I mean, the creation of a
No,
piece
no,
like
of-
that,
yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
So, Solarrio, Cosmopolitan, all over the world. Now in Mexico City, who knows in a couple of months, right? But David Barenboim,
yeah,
which place you call home?
difficult to say,
Yeah,
man.
no, that's why I ask. Which city do you feel like more like home?
Well, my family's in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
I do not feel at home in Berlin. I hate Berlin. I want to get out of there so bad.
Why? If
Uh,
you could
too-
share a reason.
I've been there too long, too many bad experiences, and like I don't want to, I don't want to talk bad about anybody or anything. It's just for me personally, it's time to go.
But quickly, if I may,
Of course.
what about your opinion regarding, for example, of course, Berghain, Kit Kat, and all those pussy scene where you
My man knows what he's talking
Of
about.
course, of course. And I think that maybe that has something to do.
Yo, so I don't have a social life in Berlin. I don't go out anymore. I have a dog, and I hang out with my dog, and I count the days until I can leave Berlin again.
Okay, but it has nothing to do with
No,
that.
no,
That's
no.
not-
I've never been to Berghain.
Okay.
They wouldn't let me in anyway.
That's so.
They wouldn't let me in.
bullshit in a way. I would like to go to see what happened. Maybe I just.
I heard
see
some.
anything
I heard
and-
some crazy stories about what happens in there,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to share here because
Yeah, I know.
there's some nasty shit going on in there.
I can't imagine. So, not Berlin, maybe LA.
Yeah, LA. I don't know if I call LA my home. I love being in LA. I love the people that I work with out there. That I have my friends out there. I definitely feel much more happy and just productive in LA than in Berlin for sure.
Yeah, that's great. Please share with our audience what are you gonna be doing in Mexico? Why are you in Mexico? Invite us all to, meet and greet the great Solarrio.
I'm in Mexico because apparently Mexico loves my music, and I love Mexico for that. So we out here. We just promoting the music. We're talking to people, meeting people face to face. Doing a couple of performances, and
Where are you gonna be performing?
I'm performing on TV later today.
Okay.
And then we got a showcase in Monterrey on Thursday.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm trying to. Any booking agents, man, contact me. Let me get a show out here. I'm here with my drummer, so we're ready to go, man.
That's great. That's great. For sure, man. And congratulations for the EP, David. It's
Thank you, man.
Super great because it's a different approach, as I said. And in this day and age of the whole cascade of infinite contents, it's refreshing to listen to things that try to go a little bit to the side of.
I appreciate that so much because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I feel like a lot of the music out there is just very generic now, and everything sounds the same.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not easy to kind of not play that game, but you know, I think
a lot of people ride in the same wave, but the style is everything as you ride the wave. Of course, man. So, any Mexican music that in your history you've come across?
I've not been exposed to enough to say. So I'm saying, if you got any recommendations for me, please let me know. I'd love to collaborate with Mexican artists as well. You know, so I just hit me up. Let's get in touch. Let's work.
Yeah, we're gonna for sure help you spread the message.
Appreciate that.
David Barenboim, Solarrio, electrónica de alto impacto, aquí desde La Bestia en Ciudad de México. Leo Moreno, producción Paquito Iturbide. Gracias, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on the EP, my friend.
Thank you, man.
Great. Thank you. Hasta la próxima.